Hello again. Normally I tell stories from fables, parables, um, and I have to search for them to find something new. But I find also that having lived so long, I've got many stories from my own life. And this is a story which I tell often because I think it is very important. In 1984, I went to work at the Lancaster Moor Psychiatric Hospital. It was a large institution. At one time, it had been an asylum for somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 residents, patients. And as the years had gone by, the asylum had reduced in time until when I went there, it had about 1,200 patients. They became residents in the way we call people different things. But 1,200 residents, what an enormous institution it was. And it was wonderful. It was like a community. It had its own church, it had its social club, it had beautiful gardens, it had a laundry, it had places where people worked, it had many offices. It was a wonderful place to be in. And I think for most of the residents it was also a good place because it was a community. And obviously the health service moved on from there and it decided that it was much better if people did not have to come into institutions like that, but they could be treated at home and live at home in the community. But when I first came, as I say, there was 1,200 residents and there was probably nearly 1,000 staff as well. So there's a lot of people to get to know. And the people who first spoke to people when they phoned up to talk to their residents or talk to their staff were the telephonists. One of them was called Tom. And I went into their little office, it was by the gate. And I went into their office one day and I said to Tom, I suppose, Tom, that in a sense you're almost the most important person in the hospital, you and the other telephonists, because you're the first person that people speak to when they phone up to get in touch with staff or residents or whatever. And he said, David, he said, may I say this, never ever forget that the important people, the most important people in this hospital are not the telephonists or the laundry people or the staff or the cleaners, important as they are, the most important people in this hospital are the residents. Don't forget that. And I was well and truly told off, but I have never forgotten it. Never forget what we're really about. And it's so easy to do, isn't it? Schools are wonderfully quiet when there's no children there. But that's not what schools are about. Churches are beautiful buildings and they're nice and clean and tidy, but when people are there, that's what it's all about. So never forget whatever you're doing, what it's all about. Don't forget what is important. So there we are, a story from my life as the story for today. God bless you. Continue to be the wonderful person you are. Remember that you are very special, much loved and very important. And help everybody you meet to know that they are much loved and very important.